What's good? Terry the Electrician here. You already know I'm out here in these streets putting in that work. So I'm on a service car right now, but I'm on my way to Home Depot to pick up some stuff to do the repairs that's required for my customer. And I'm making this video. The reason I'm making this video is I want to talk about something that's very important to us as home service providers. We go by several different names. Some of us are called, we're service business entrepreneurs, okay? At the bottom line, service business owners. But, we're called by different, names: home service experts, home service providers, local service providers, whatever you want to call it. Electricians, plumbers, heating and air guys, appliance technicians, cleaning services. Those of us specifically who were deemed as essential workers during the pandemic. You really need to know your worth, okay? Because once you learn how to sell your value, you'll never have to compete on price. Why do I say that? For somewhat obvious reasons, but let's unpack this just a little bit. We all have competition, but there's a way to look at it where it's not so daunting, especially if you're new. For me, I have no competition, to be honest with you. I don't see my quote unquote competition as a threat. I mean, think about this. I'm pretty much a solo operation. I have guys that come in when I need them for bigger projects that I can pull in. My guys do their own thing. So basically, I have subs. They do their own thing. And when I need them for a big project like this 5,000 square foot house we've been working on, I call them in. I let them do that. I run service calls and do installations like basements, kitchen remodels. I do shit like that myself. I do that pretty much by myself. And I make good money doing that. And the reason why I make good money doing that is because I sell my value and I don't compete on price. Very rarely today do I get pushback on my pricing. I'll give you, for instance, case in point, the service call that I'm on right now. I go in, ceiling light in his master bedroom, the ceiling light quit working. It's an LED fixture. It stopped working. For whatever reason, the house is less than a year. The renovation is less than a year old. But it happens. It's man-made. It fails. He lost the remote to his ceiling fan. Without the remote, you can't change. You can't do anything without the remote. If you don't get up in there and disable the remote, which is what I just did. I got up there and I wired it through to show him that the fan is not broken. He was doing some research online and he was saying that he saw reviews and he was saying he came to the conclusion that he pretty much had to replace the whole fan. Well, I got up there, I took the transceiver out, connected the wires directly, flipped the switches, the light and the fan works. Okay. What I'm going to do is go and get another remote, universal remote kit to replace what he had. Once I install that, he'll be fine. He'll be good to go. But I gave him my price. No questioning, no, is that the best you can do? All the shit that I used to hear, none of that. And he was like, okay, do it. 99% of the time these days, that is what I get from my customers. And reason being, see, I could have came in there and said, hey man, you need to get another ceiling fan and blah, blah. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? First of all, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do all that. If I don't have to replace the ceiling fan, I don't want to replace the ceiling fan. Go figure. Right? I would probably make more replacing the ceiling fan. Not by much, what I charge to hang a ceiling fan. But yeah, I would make more if I actually replace it. But I don't need to. Again, I'm looking out for the best interests of my customers always. All right? There's no reason for me to sell this man on replacing the ceiling fan that there's nothing wrong with. Okay? That's called integrity, right? That goes a long way in business and in life. I probably don't even need to tell you that, right? But at the same time, knowing your worth means not being afraid to charge what you feel like you're worth. What you know, charge your price, right? My prices have pretty much doubled over the last 2 years, and I don't feel no way about that. I do feel some type of way about that. I feel pretty fucking good about that. I feel pretty good about that because it's about time. As long as I've been out here doing this, I'm finally getting what I am worth. Finally. Right? Because I figured out how to sell my value. Now, I've always sold my value, but I sold myself cheap. Let me put it that way. I've always been willing to go the extra mile. I've always been, I always make sure that I take care of my customers. I always make sure that everything I do is done by code, whether it's being inspected or not. It's just those little things. I always do those. I've always done that. But I was undercutting myself. And I was competing on price because I didn't know I had a choice. I would go in and try to be the lowest bidder on these jobs. That's a race to the bottom. That's a recipe for bankruptcy and disaster. Your business shutting down. As the saying goes, if I knew then what I know now, today I know better. Today I know I can get my price. This is not what I heard. This ain't theory. I have been raising my prices over the last 2 years drastically. Here's the result. I work less. I make more money especially by way of profits. I actually make profits these days. Last year, for the first time, I ain't embarrassed to say it, for the first time since I've been in business, I took a quarterly distribution last year. All this time I've been in business, I was able to take a quarterly profit distribution from it. Man. Anyway. And I've been taking quarterly distributions ever since. But, again, I work less, I make more, I keep more, rather. Overall, yeah, I make. When I had the big crews and I was doing all the commercial jobs and the big jobs, the revenue was more, but the bottom line wasn't. And the bottom line is what really matters when it comes to running a business. The bottom line is the bottom line. All right? So, yeah, I'm in a much better position today than I ever been since I started this business in 1999. Since I've been out here in these streets, putting in that work and putting in that extra work to make sure I take care of my customers. Since 1999. I'm in a much better position today than I've ever been because I know my work today. And that's the message I just want to get across to you as a service business owner, especially those of us who are deemed essential workers. Because during the lockdown, during the threats, during the height of the pandemic, we were still out there in the mix, still out there doing the damn thing, still out there getting it done and taking care of our customers. And I don't care what nobody say. We deserve to be well compensated for what we do. I don't want to put electricians on the pedestal being that I'm an electrician, but think about this. The average person is definitely afraid of electricity, and rightfully so. Rightfully so, because if you don't know, you don't know. Okay? It's a dangerous element, but it has that power and potential to bring all the joys of life the things that we enjoy. It also has that power could take you out just like that before you know it. So, yeah, it's a good thing that most people are afraid of electricity. They need to be. But you got people like me out here that, you know, went through the necessary training, has put in the hours, and you know, to get the experience to be able to do what we do. Same thing with plumbers and heating and air guys and appliance technicians, you know, and cleaning services. Man, look, if you don't think people who clean are not essential, you tripping. I'm talking about people who clean the inside of your home, the outside of your home, window cleaners, whatever. Those people, essential. All right? Because they do things that a lot of us don't want to do. Or they don't have time to do. You see what I mean? So, bottom line, know your worth, get what you're worth, grow your business, take care of your family, live your dreams. We'll see you in the next video. Deuces.